Igbo ekenekwa m just like I niile mana onwere onye ọbụla na-agba Igbo mba I decide no Ndi Igbo ka ya nụsọ ahụ n'afọ ngwa decide no Ndi Igbo ka ya gbawo ahụ ama mfọ gị that is ndị akwu na Ndi Igbo bụ the most spiritual tribe on earth not even in Nigeria can go and Daganafa in Nigeria people are not like you got that statement as long as no worry onye Igbo meg you decide Igbo onye Igbo ahụ mgba ịda chacha ipi aka na weli ile gị weli ọnụ gị taa aja dị n'ala just in a statement this our brother man concerning Cubana chief priest and then that video kunu what ihe menji wee kwuo that statement today called the one
Pascal Okechukwu aka Cubana chief priest, this video is not to mock you. I had advised you and Obi Cubana as my younger brothers because I'm quite older than both of you. Especially you who comes from Imo State like I do. And you didn't take that advice quite serious. I told you that you hardly know your Igbo people. When you took up the assignment of City Boy movement, you gave it your all. You threw yourself into it. You threw yourself so much into it that you were ready to denigrate your ethnic group. You were ready to insult the fathers of the land. You were ready to abuse everything about the Igbo in politics. And above all, you wanted to lecture Igbo people on how best to address their political issues in Nigeria. So, my younger brother, you had a hypothesis in your hand. And part of that, your hypothesis, is the fact you say you regretted supporting Obi. You are wiser, and you are a lot more knowledgeable. And then you knew the best way to go, and you pointed your Igbo people to the ways of Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And then you went home to try your hypothesis. I salute your courage to have gone into an election to represent your Olo, Oso, and Oru people at the House of Rep. And Ndi Igbo responded back to you. So I guess you went home to test your hypothesis. And you got the result of your hypothesis. You got 14 votes out of 2,845 delegates. Everybody knows that delegate election is called an expert election. Expert election in the sense that few people go there to vote on behalf of others. So what happened there in Nigeria, where our electoral process is heavily dollarized and monetized, electoral colleges system favors the man with the deepest pocket. And in that race, you were the man with the deepest pocket. You had name recognition. You had connection to the presidency at least. You were coordinator of City Boy, right? Movement in Imo State. You have a personal relationship with Sheikh Tinubu. And then you had your popularity as Cubana chief priest. And a boy who grew up in Owerri, who spent time at Polytechnic in Nekede. So you have everything going for you. But you didn't have one thing. You were pretty ignorant of your people. The saying that Oha shiele otu onye na onye ofu onye amanricha ndi Oha shiri come to play in your case. You went home like a king who was going to lord and rule it over your people. And the people surprised you. I was telling you, you people don't understand the Igbo land. Don't understand the Igbo political system. Neither do you understand how the Igbo man reasons. So you tested their hypothesis and now you got an answer. 14 votes out of 2,845. That is less than 0.5%. In an election that favored you, you had all the advantages going with you, you could not pull it. So how come a man who could not pull an ordinary House of Rep election. How could such a person advise a big presidential aspirant, a big masquerade like Obi, on how to run an election? And how could such a person advise Ndi Igbo on the direction to go in politics? You will agree with me, my brother, that you are just a non-starter when it comes to politics. This is just your first baptism, but I salute your courage. You went into the race. There are other large-mouth guys like Yele Dochie who've been running his mouth from pillar to post, who I am sure, if you send him to Nteje to go and run councillorship, we will lose. My brother Okechukwu, assuming that the election was a populist election, like everybody in Osu, everybody in Oru, everybody in Olu, go and vote, you will still get less than 0.5%. That's something you don't know. Money does not rule the Igbo land. We are a people with money. We are a people that conquer money. But money does not rule us. That is the reason our kings does not tell us what to do. Because we are Republican in nature. We believe in Ohakarasi. Democracy started with us. It didn't start in Greek. Our system naturally, is inbuilt for democratic thing. That's the reason we are the most intelligent voters in Nigeria. Go and check the track record of all those we have supported. The only presidents, 2 presidents that became presidents in Nigeria that did not win votes in Igbo land are happen to be Buhari and Tinubu. And these 2 candidates are the worst presidents we have had in our history. It shows you that Igbo people know the people that are good for the business. They know the people who will fix the land. That is the point. The Igbo people do not vote because he's their brother. I taught you that before. They vote because that is the best candidate. Tinubu did not win in Igbo land, and he will not win in Igbo land again. Because he's a very horrible president. His policies are horrible. Buhari was a horrible president. His policies were horrible, and he did not win in Igbo land. We know those we cannot support. Check people like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan we supported. The economy grew a lot under Goodluck Jonathan. Check Obasanjo, we supported Obasanjo even against our own dear beloved Ikemba. Check how Obasanjo did. This is how we vote. We supported Yar'Adua, peace be upon his soul. Yar'Adua was an excellent president. Okay? So check our record and those we don't support. And now, we are supporting Obi. Obi is better 100 times than Tinubu. This is how we vote. We don't vote because you are our brother. We vote because you are the best man for the business. And also people know that, Okechukwu, you are not prepared to go to the House of Rep. You will go to the House of Rep to exhibit rascality. My brother, you know it. You will go there to go and exhibit braggadocio. And braggadocio is not what the people want. The people want a man who is calm, cool, calculated, that could go there and speak the mind of the people. And that's actually what happened to you. I know you're going to blame His Excellency Hope Uzodinma. I'm not a fan of Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma did not take the vote from you. I know you'll be inclined to saying the governor did, the governor doesn't want me. It has nothing to do with the governor. If they do populist election where everybody will vote, you will still lose. If by mistake you get into that race, Okechukwu, you will still lose. You are not prepared. Igbos know how to vet their representatives. You are not one of them yet. You tested your hypothesis and you saw what happened. It is time for you to go home and reassess things before you speak. My brother, but I salute you. You have the courage, to have gone into that race, to try it out. And for that, you earn my respect. For loud-mouthed people like Yele Dochie, who should have been focused on his Asaba movie production, who keep talking, blah, blah, blah. I'm challenging him to go to Nteje and test his own hypothesis. And Igbo people will give him an answer. Try again, brother. Calm down and try again. You might be able to, I'm sure you have learned 1 or 2 things from this your colossal and abysmal failure.